Hello and welcome to the Hot+keys podcast. This is Mick, your host. I'm joined again by
Benjamin Stuart
and
Landon Browning.
What's up, guys?
Oh, sure is a hot one.
It is kind of hot. It's like in the 80s now.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
My apartment doesn't have AC either.
What?
So
Dude, you're in the industry. Just make one.
Just make one. Just
make an AC.
just make it happen.
It's easy, right?
It's so easy.
You could get one of the window ones. Just put it in the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a policy you're not supposed to add any kind of AC thing to your.
They want you to suffer.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Is it like an energy consuming thing then?
Probably. That's probably what it is.
Stupid.
But actually, I pay my own. The electric thing separate from.
Oh, well, there you go.
So
I think they just don't want you to do anything like permanent.
Oh,
Because I think my brother had a similar thing with his old apartment.
Yeah.
But they had like some type of window thing or something.
Yeah, I've got one. There's one in the bedroom, so it's that's good at least. Because I hate when sleeping, if I'm hot, trying to fall, I can't do it. That's you start tossing.
Keep my room cold when I sleep. It's so nice.
Dude, you're gonna have to do something because when it gets even hotter in the summer, I'm gonna be a miserable piece of crap recording in here.
It already feels pretty bad in here. I know, to be honest. It's pretty hot.
But the thing that sucks is we can't really have a fan going on in here.
No, that wouldn't work.
Dude, we gotta do something.
Yeah,
we gotta figure this out.
Yeah,
so Landon, you want to update us on your love life?
Special lady.
How'd that go last week?
Nah, status quo, nothing.
It didn't go?
Nothing different. It's just no text. Watch Game of Thrones by myself. So just another Sunday for me.
You were so close too. I could feel it.
I don't know. It really did feel like it was wasn't they botched? What did I do wrong? I mean, did I write the phone number down wrong?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, didn't you go back there yesterday?
No, I didn't go back. No,
I went there. She actually served me our food, and she kind of looked at me and got wide eyes and then walked away, and I didn't see her again.
Oh no!
Oh man,
it's bad. It was bad. I really like Buffalo Wild Wings too.
Now we can't go back.
No, I'll go back. I'll risk it all for some wings.
You can ask her again, or why didn't you call me?
Well, I should just what I should do is we should try to reenact the whole thing and pretend we've never had we've never met her and be the whole conversation be I love Game of Thrones, and then you could be you could do your thing where you guys should watch it together. You could all wear the same clothes, the same. Just drive her make her go nuts. She's what's happening?
That would be.
It's like some Groundhog Day.
Yeah. We can just keep doing it until she says yes. We've done it 8,000 times.
She needs to keep repeating the day until she gets it right.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Or whatever the moral lesson is in Groundhog Day.
Yeah, whatever it
The
is.
moral lesson is date me.
Yeah.
I think so. For this movie, at least.
Yeah.
Well, hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't sad about it.
You definitely didn't clean your apartment.
I definitely didn't deep clean my apartment.
It's the cleanest I've ever seen
it. It was even better a couple days ago. Progressively each day after it started slipping. I'm but Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock my apartment was spotless.
Yeah.
I was
Nice.
Yeah, I noticed there I only tripped over 3 pairs of your socks, not a whole pile of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I understand the girl coming over clean.
Yeah, it's frantic.
It's frantic.
It's frantic.
You're shoving stuff in closets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I should preface that this episode's going to be a little shorter. We just got... it's Landon's fault.
Yeah.
We just got things in our own lives coming up, so we'll have to cut it a little short. But
phones that are ringing.
But it'll still be as entertaining as ever.
Oh, yeah, man.
Not that entertaining. So we just watched It Chapter 2 trailer a couple minutes ago. I don't think Ben was here for it.
What Chapter 2 trailer?
It.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Did you watch the first one?
No.
You should watch the first one.
Right. I'll direct my questions at Ben or Landon then.
Yeah, sorry.
What'd you think about it, Landon?
That looked good.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. The cast is really good. Bill Hader and
Bill Hader.
I'm not sure who they're playing. I can't remember. I'll have to watch the first one and see what characters they're playing in it. But they're both great actors. And then what's the chick? Is it Jessica?
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, she's good too. I think. I don't know if I've actually seen anything with her, but
So in the book, the kids get older, right? Is this when they're older?
yep,
No?
this part,
Okay.
yeah. The book is kind of like, I think, somewhat non-linear, where it kind of like jumps a little bit.
But the
more.
movie is not. Like
Yeah, the movie part 1 is just about
Right.
the kids, and part 2 is about the adults.
Oh,
I'm sure there'll be some flashbacks.
Yeah.
in part
I think
2.
so. Yeah, I think that's what they said. It was gonna be like
Cool. When's that coming out?
September.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
not too far. So I'm taking school off this summer, so I gotta catch up on all the movies I haven't seen.
All the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. then next week, what's coming out next week, Mick?
John Wick.
Yeah, John
I'm so
Wick
excited.
3.
Yeah.
Gosh.
We're gonna go see it, right?
Yes.
Oh, definitely,
Yes.
What do we want, like Sunday afternoon, maybe? I think we're going to Silverwood Saturday. You guys in on that, or?
I don't know.
I'll go, but I'll be lame because I don't like rides.
I love the roller coasters.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I'll have to
child.
work on.
No, you don't have to. Remember, you don't have to work on Saturday anymore.
I'll have to work on Saturday.
Gosh dang it.
Just how things are.
Wait, really? What?
No.
He's lying.
Why don't you have to work on Saturdays? Then?
My schedule's switched around now where I don't have to work on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
But if I choose to, like I will next weekend, I'll
Have more money
more money.
and less time with friends.
I'll
so.
just-
Exactly.
Wait, what are you doing? What do I not know? What's going on?
No, he just his school schedule, like he gets out like an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll just get out
okay.
earlier.
He
Oh,
can
cool.
What are you doing with your beer, man?
You just swiveling
Swiveling
it around,
around.
sloshing it around.
Well, I did have something written down in our topics. It was Landon doing jury duty, but we just found out a couple minutes ago that he
I got
got excused.
Yeah.
But Ben, have you ever been summoned for jury
No, they
duty?
usually save jury duty for model citizens.
The people that deserve it.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I always
No,
thought it was a
haven't.
punishment to people that needed punishment.
Yeah,
Your punishment is you to decide the fate of somebody else.
I've been summoned for jury duty like 5 times.
Oh my god.
4 times I got excused, and then I had to do it this last time. And
Is that like a requirement after a certain amount of time?
I think it is. Yeah, I think you can only be excused so many times because they'll like keep you in the draw, and it's only a matter of time before they'll pull your name again.
tell us clearly and loudly what the case was about.
I got all the way up to the point where I was being interviewed to be a juror, and they didn't pick me, and then I was excused for the rest of that chosen time, so I didn't have to serve at all.
Oh.
But I think I was there for like a total of like 4 days, just not going to work and just sitting in a room for hours doing nothing, and I got paid like $30.
Total?
Yeah, for the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like,
That's,
But I didn't have to pay for parking, so
oh boy.
they threw me a bone there.
are students required to be?
I think anybody.
I think anybody,
that's
yeah.
over the age of 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. All right. That'd be bad if I had school. Anyway,
Yeah.
it just
Well, you
sounds
can-
so
you can-
boring.
Yeah.
Jury duty.
Well, you can make. Mine was I just had to send a letter in for my employer saying that like they don't pay me and that it would cause financial burden on my life if I missed 2 weeks of work.
Yeah, you can normally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just go to like a employer or
Hmm.
teacher or whatever and explain it, and they'll normally excuse it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
So after you serve once, do they pull you out completely, or do they?
I don't think so. I don't think you're like as much of a priority as if you hadn't served yet, but I think you're still eligible to be drawn again.
I think that'd be a bad. Like it depends on the case, like if it'd be good or not. Like,
Well, they ask you like I had lawyers ask me like questions about like, you know, what would you do for this guy, and like how would you approach this situation if this guy said, I didn't do blah 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 or so and so, and I tried to sound as like stupid as possible.
Be like,
And I
shoot
think it
dog,
worked.
man. Like I'd probably let him.
Like I tried to sound like really like kind of slow, and like I don't really know what I'm talking about. And,
Make X slow to get out of jury duty. Oh my gosh.
I almost showed up
That's
with
horrible.
like a "Make America Great" hat and like, scream out loud that I'm a Trump supporter.
Trump,
Like,
Trump,
"Boo!"
Oh, we can't have him.
Yep. But yeah, I did not get picked.
I think I wouldn't mind doing it if I had no if they paid me the same amount but I got paid to do my job, or if they just paid you a normal.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wouldn't mind.
Don't.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, like that's like if I got to hang out there, or if like my work paid me for the time I was doing jury duty, like I'd be fine with that. Like it'd be kind of. I think it'd be interesting if the case was cool enough. But like.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like you could get like a murder case, or you could get something like he stole a candy bar from this grocery store.
Yeah.
I only want cool cases, like murder.
Yeah.
Those are neat.
How fun. Oh, he actually killed someone. Wow. Now I want to be a part of this.
Yeah. One of my coworkers said he was on one for like 4 months.
Yeah, it can last a long time.
Yeah.
And you're out of work the whole time.
Well, I think he said his job paid him for the whole
Yeah, some jobs will reimburse you.
Jeez.
And sometimes it's not all the time. Like it's certain, you're not there every day, right?
Yeah,
like,
I guess you're called to certain days. Yeah.
Oh well, I'm glad I got out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably call somebody just to double check. It really seemed like it said I was excused. But
It looked like, it said excused. So
yeah, I just don't like not show up and like, cause what's the penalty? Like it's a misdemeanor or something if you don't respond. I don't know like what they can do. Like,
who knows?
They make a jury for you to determine
Yeah.
guilty.
Not show up for jury duty.
You're on trial.
You have to get another jury for the jury.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
oh, well.
Well, congrats for getting out of it.
Yeah, I feel pretty accomplished.
Yeah.
Made them sound like it would negatively affect my life to not be there.
Hey, without you, people could, not have frozen food.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or their fresh produce. Really, like, walking, like, nothing smells better. Like, I don't like eating vegetables that much, but, like, a produce cooler, it smells so good in a produce cooler.
What does it smell like?
Like, the fruit, like, in the vegetables, like, it just smells so fresh. Like, I'm not kidding, like, you worked produce, didn't you?
Yeah.
You walk in that produce cooler, just take a deep sniff and be like,
just go to the back and just smell all the mold. That's the fun part.
Yeah, that's probably what you're smelling is like just moldy.
No, because I've gone to some of like the big produce places, and they smell so good.
Yeah,
and it's just a fresh smell.
I think you need to get outside more, Landon.
But it feels good too because it's like right around, like a produce cooler, like right around 38 degrees, maybe like 42, and you're just like, oh, like after a hot day.
It's the things that excite an HVAC technician.
I mostly do refrigeration. Don't do a whole lot of the HVAC.
You're just the R.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the R. Drop the rest of it. I don't really like working on the other stuff.
That's funny. So I want to talk a bit more about John Wick 3. If that's okay with everyone.
Absolutely.
What are your guys', what are you expecting to see in this next one? I've heard people talk about it. It was like Angry Joe. I listened to because they got an early showing. Yeah. But what are your guys' expectations, or what do you predict is going to happen?
I don't know. Like I guess there was a new trailer that dropped like yesterday or a couple days ago. I haven't watched it, and I probably won't. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think it's necessary at this point. But I don't know. I don't see him necessarily dying at the end.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't feel.
I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably make another one.
He doesn't die. He's a superhero.
He can't. Dude.
He's unkillable.
I think it's gonna be bigger than the other ones. Like I think it's gonna be.
Well, yeah, I think they
have
more budget, and it sounds like the story is just gonna be a lot bigger with the whole like continental people like coming after him and stuff. And
dude, I wouldn't go after John Wick, like no matter like how much money they offer me, dude.
At this point, yeah,
he'll kill you, man. Like he'll kill you.
It's crazy. After the Matrix movies came out, and say what you will about the last two, but those movies, that was like Keanu Reeves' thing. Like he was Neo, that's who he was established as. Because they were just so popular and they made a lot of money. But I never thought that there would be another franchise for him that would elevate him to be so likable. And I mean, from the sounds of it, he's a really likable guy, but just on the level of an amazing character that he's portrayed and stuff. I like John Wick more than the Neo character.
Oh yeah,
it's just such,
he's way cooler. Yeah,
such a good movie. Two movies, and I'm sure the third one would be great too.
Yeah. I from what I heard is that they're just gonna keep making more movies. So that's might be a spoiler, but they're gonna keep making them if people keep watching them. So it's like, why not?
As long as they don't drop off in quality.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Aren't they also making a like Continental TV show?
I'd heard that.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I also heard somewhere say that they might be making a Matrix 4.
What?
I heard that.
I heard they were rebooting The Matrix.
Oh.
I'd like that. I'd like that.
I should get Will Smith and Val Kilmer to
No.
play the roles. Did you know that they were originally sought after to play those roles?
Really?
Will Smith was going to be Neo and Val Kilmer was going to play Morpheus.
That'd be a whole different kind of movie.
Yeah.
Be like more funny, right? Like
It would seem more goofy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I don't think I'd like it.
Yeah, I mean, just what we know now with...
I've only seen the first Matrix, but I'm told
It's
to watch
the
other
best
ones.
one.
They kind of get weird after that, I think, in my opinion.
A little bit.
Weird. What's your guys' favorite scene from John Wick 1 and John Wick 2? So pick
Gosh.
scenes.
I mean, all the action scenes are just incredible. Like,
yeah, so well done.
like compared to every other action movie that's out now, everything is like, you know, close-up shots, shaky cam. You can't see anything that's happening. And I think it's a lack of, like, good choreographing, and so they try to hide it with the edits and stuff. But in the John Wick movies, the choreograph,
so good.
it's amazing. And, like, you see everything, you understand where everybody is in relation to each other.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's believable, too, you know? Like, the actor Keanu Reeves, he trains in all these martial arts. He's trained in all this firearm training, and I was watching some behind the scenes videos of him going through courses.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, and he's
It's
like
so cool.
he's a beast. Like, I would not want to
Wow.
be on the.
He could actually do what he does in the movies.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite scene from the second one though is when they're fighting in the tunnel.
Yes! That's what I was going to say.
Shotgun, he gets the shotgun.
Yeah, I
and,
know,
like,
I know.
And you're like, oh my gosh! Like he goes from like he has his pistol, he gets the AR, and then he gets to the shotgun. And there's like the one point when he pins the one guy against the wall, and the guy's like struggling. And he's like reloading the shotgun though. He's like, I'm not gonna deal with you yet. And
He's just
like,
holding him down.
Yeah, and then like he chambers it and just boom, just like blows the guy away.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I was going to say that too for
The
me.
thing I liked about that scene, and it was kind of like that whole sequence, was seeing how he went about like assassinating somebody.
He planned
Like,
it all out.
You saw him planning it out. You saw his like, you know, his tactical thinking and his
Exit
preparation
strategy, leaving
and
the guns,
strategy,
yeah.
and it's like, because that could have easily just been like, kind of
Skipped
brushed over,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have like, oh, I guess he just hid that there, or he knew where that was, but they actually showed him, you know, knowing where that stuff is, which
I think it really appeals to the target audience for the John Wick movies, which is people our age.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
It's
yeah.
like, we like to see that stuff.
They don't
Like,
pull
it's
any
fun
punches
for us.
either. Like it's violent. It's like it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only other action franchise that I like really like, and it's not nearly as good as like the new Mission Impossible movies are pretty fun, but they're not like anything on that level. Like they're way more forgettable, and they're not like they're cheesier and stuff. But like
My favorite scene from the first John Wick is when he's going to kill that Russian mob guy's son. And he finally gets to where he's like cowering, you know, and he just walks up and just bam, like
there's something like no big fight.
no, nothing. It's just
right.
like
He just like,
they're
I mean, it could have easily been like
drawn out.
and like, you know, like every other revenge movie like that, where he has to make this huge monologue about it, and like, but you could just tell by his character that that's not what he would do.
It's like, no, it's
He would just like, I want to end this right now.
Yeah.
It's ended. I'm done.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he just doesn't waste a breath.
Gosh, the way they build him up, John Wick, in the first movie, just you need to watch the first one and the second one before the third one, because apparently, what I heard from the Angry Joe or whatever is that John Wick in this third one can seem like a really bad guy, but if you don't understand where he's coming from, so it's important.
He is
to
a
watch.
bad guy.
Right. I mean, he
Well,
is an assassin.
okay,
He kills people.
His motivations, I guess. You know, it seems like, why is he just killing all these people? Maybe, I don't know.
I also like in the second one, it's the montage of people trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're assassins.
Like the huge like sumo guy. Like,
yeah.
How many like bullets does he put in that guy?
Like
before he
shoots him
goes
like 10 times or something. Like, and at the very end, he walks away from him. The guy's like,
like,
he's turns around,
pops
shoots
in
him
the
one more time.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the opening scene of John Wick 2 is amazing.
Remind
with all
me.
the car stuff when he's going to get his car.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, they filmed those movies so well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of scenes from the first one. I haven't seen the first one in a while, but I do like the opening first when they come. Don't they come to his house or something and there's like it's night?
Well, yeah, so John Wick is out getting gas in his car, and this like really nice like 69 Mustang or whatever, and these Russian mafia guys
Alfie
are like,
Allen.
yeah, are like picking on him and want to buy his car, and he declines and drives off, and so they come to his house later that night and like
biggest mistake of their lives.
yeah like beat the crap out of him. They kill his dog that he like just got, and it's this whole thing with his wife that just passed away, and it was kind of a symbolization of helping him move along but still hold on to that part of him that he lost. And that's another great thing about these movies is that the motivation, it seems like really simple and like, oh, he's just just a revenge for the dog, but like there's really so much more to it that makes it that much more emotionally attaching to to
and they tell you it's like he's got nothing left to live for. It's like you so he's gonna do this till he dies,
right? Yeah, you stole my car and you killed my dog. I'm gonna murder your whole family.
Kill everybody that was involved.
Yeah, those are great movies. The soundtrack is good. Like,
no, the dance club scene.
Yeah,
in the first one.
Oh, when he's shooting the guards, like
he's going like. Okay, they did it in the second one too, but it's like an outside dance club. But the first one was an inside one.
Yeah,
and
it's like below, it's like underground or something.
Yeah,
there's like pools and stuff.
And the action goes to the beat of the song. It's cool.
And isn't he like running through the crowd? Isn't he like shooting the guards and stuff? And like people are still dancing because they can't hear the shots. Yeah, it's so good. And the one guy's like the cowardly Russian. He's like running from him. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, get out of the way, block the bullets for me.
Yeah, it's so good. I love them. Those movies are so good. We'll have to definitely go see that.
We gotta watch it before we record, so we can talk about it.
Yeah. John Wick 3 spoiler cast.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Little tease for next week.
Oh yeah.
It sounded like an alien from Star Wars. The Tauntauns, that's what it sounds like.
That always freaks me out when that one dies. Like,
oh, he gets cut open?
No, he freezes to death at first. So like he like.
Yeah. And then they cut him open.
He's like. He's like
I thought they smelled bad.
On the outside. The thing that always weirded me out about that scene is that the Tauntaun froze first, but that was like their natural habitat.
Yeah.
But like Han, he was, I'm sure he was on his way, but he survived longer.
I seriously didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's their natural habitat. They probably shouldn't have froze to death. Like,
I seriously never thought about that. That's where they live. How'd they die?
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
You had a saddle on, like. You should have been sweating.
Yeah. This leather's getting hot.
Yeah. Oh, well, you gotta, suspend your disbelief.
Out of all the things in Star Wars, that's the one
You're
thing.
like
I don't know. I'm having a real hard time with this.
Maybe he was sick.
Right, he had the flu.
Was he injured by the Yeti thingy?
No, that was that was Han's, the one that he rode.
Oh, okay.
I think the one that Luke rode got killed by the...
Yeah, because he was snacking on it in the cave.
No, yeah.
Was that what they were snacking on?
I thought so.
A little snack.
I thought it was just snacking on
little Tauntaun snacks.
Tauntaun snack.
Tauntaun snack. It's disturbing how well that worked.
Yeah.
Works really well. Works really well with a lot of stuff.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's such a great movie too. Empire.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's alright.
Dude, what?
I'm just kidding.
Do you have a favorite Star Wars?
It's that one, probably. That one, and then probably...
You like Rogue One a lot, right?
Yeah, that one and Empire are my two favorites.
Yeah.
That's the one where you go see Yoda, right?
Yeah, and Dagobah.
Yeah, Dagobah. Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like those two.
Cool. And the
not so much The Last Jedi, but how much have we talked about that?
I think we've brought up every...
Probably, yeah, every single one.
This week's podcast, we talk about Star Wars.
The Last Jedi.
Just need to make sure that everybody knows that
The Last
Jedi
Jedi
sucks.
It's terrible. It's a bad movie.
It's such a disappointment.
It's bad. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of stuff, but we're tight on time, so you gotta watch the kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dumb brats.
Hey,
I won't say anything.
they listen to this.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I like
You're
them.
their favorite character.
They're like, oh, they're like, Landon hates us.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for listening, guys. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. You can also visit our website at www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Also follow us on Twitter at HotKeysPodcast and join the Facebook group at Facebook. Gosh dang it.
Oh,
You're
my.
good, man. You're good. Take your
I
time.
have to start all over now.
Okay.
You can find us on... No, I'm kidding.
Our outro is longer than
Join-
the episode.
Join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HotKeysPodcast. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whatever platforms you use. And finally, you can also contact us at through email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.
Woo!
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Toodles. Hitting the stop button.
Where's the stop button?
It's the red one.
Red? Or the
Is that
yellow?
red or orange?
No,
Hit the
yellow.
orange one.